We believe that knowledge must be shared and connected. This is why we created Uniminds, the biggest Slovenian online festival created to connect academia and industry. Here, you can find partners and ideas for your challenges and see how the industry and academia can join forces to build a smarter, healthier, and sustainable future. The first editions of the Uniminds showed us the values we need to follow in order to be successful.
Focus is important, especially for a small country like Slovenia is, and to have this shared vision where we want to play and where we want to be really the best.
Failure is not necessarily a sign of weakness. It's an opportunity to learn, to go on, and then try again and be successful.
Openness really helps, and people who are more open, they sort of succeed.
It is essential if we as professors want our research to have impact, if we want to work on relevant projects.
So do not miss the third edition of Uniminds. The festival will take place online from the 8th to the 10th of November, featuring an interdisciplinary program with best innovation practices of Slovenian EIT hubs, insight into world innovation trends, and Slovenian frontrunners. For additional information and past events, visit the festival website. We look forward to innovate together.
Good morning and welcome to the third edition of the Uniminds Festival. My name is Andrej from University's Technology Transfer Office, and I'm pleased to be chairing this session. The mission of the festival is to strengthen industry-academia partnerships and grow the innovation community within and with Slovenia. In this shared session, we will be focusing on manufacturing development trends and currently very hot topic, manufacturing, a base for prosperity in Europe. Also, we encourage you to ask questions in chat between the live streaming. Now I'm happy to present our keynote speaker, Mr. Klaus Betz, CEO at EIT Manufacturing. He has many years of experience from the software and system engineering industry, including Siemens. Mr. Betz, the stage is yours.
Okay, thank you, Andrej, and good morning and a very warm welcome from my side. I'm very happy to be here today and present you EIT Manufacturing and also our ideas on the European manufacturing system. Let me share my screen. I hope you see now my slides. And I would like to start really with the importance of manufacturing for Europe's economy. Manufacturing is still the core of our prosperity and of our welfare. We have more than 2 million enterprises active in manufacturing in Europe, employing more than 32 million European citizens. So, as I said, manufacturing is really the core of our economy, and that this will be also valid in the future. This is the vision of EIT Manufacturing. We are not alone. We are operating together with 8 other knowledge and innovation communities under the umbrella of the European Institute of Innovation and Technology. And we are one of the youngest. We started in together with the KIC Urban Mobility. We started in 2020. So we have now 2.5 years behind us. Our start was quite difficult due to COVID. We could not meet in person. I had to recruit all my team mostly remotely. So this was a quite difficult start, but nevertheless, I'm happy where we are after 2.5 years as an innovation community. And I think we have built really a very, very strong community. And Europe was always the home of industry and a pioneer in manufacturing innovation, starting with Industry 1.0 over 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, and that this will be valid also beyond Industry 4.0, in Industry 5.0, in Industry 6.0. This is the vision of manufacturing, that also in the future, global manufacturing is led by Europe. And therefore, we have brought together really a strong network of industry, of research institutes, of universities and academia for an entrepreneurial and sustainable Europe. We have built up in this first 2.5 years 6 co-location centers, physical representatives where we have people, where we have officers, where we want to be close to the manufacturing domain in Europe. Further to that, we have built up 13 innovation hubs in the so-called risk countries. And I'm very happy with the University of Ljubljana, who acts as our ambassador, as our partner in Slovenia. And I'm happy to be part of that. The University of Ljubljana is part of our community, and our ambassador acts as our ambassador in Slovenia. As I already mentioned, we have built up a unique Europe-wide network of industry and science, and we have, like all the KICs, an holistic approach, integrating innovation, entrepreneurship, and education. Further to that, we have built up our online learning platform, skills.move, from manufacturers for manufacturers. So a lot of our partners delivered content for this online learning platform. This platform is organized in so-called learning nuggets, small pieces of learnings, and they can be then combined to complete learning paths. And for a full learning path, you can then get a certification that you have successfully passed this learning path. The second thing I want to mention is our social network and innovation platform, Agora, where we really want to bring the European manufacturing domain together, building a forum for news, for discussions, for technologies. We have there our technology radar, where latest technologies are classified if they are available as a prototype or only in the research or in idea phase, or even if they are available as a product, and who are the main driver behind us or offering these technologies. You will find there also our paper, Fixing Our Future, our vision paper for manufacturing in 2030. We published this paper in February this year, and I'm very proud and happy that this paper leads to an invitation of EIT Manufacturing to the World Economic Forum in Davos in May. So I think this was really a great achievement. And finally, what I really want to mention is our coaching and support for promising European startups. And as you can see here, over the first 2.5 years, we engaged with more than 400 startups where we have spoken with the CEO, we know the business model, we know the product they want to offer. We, more than 90 companies, we actively supported, either financially, we cannot act as a venture capital, therefore, but we have limited possibilities also to support startups and scale-ups financially. And we introduced more than 500 contacts between startups, scale-ups, and the existing manufacturing industry. We helped startups to raise more than 10 million of investment. And one example where we bring together startups and existing industry is our Booster Bridge competition. We have currently one running. These are the Booster Bridge from the last year. There, 4 of our industry partners, Eroski from Spain, which belongs to the Mondragon group, KUKA from Germany, Whirlpool from Italy, Voestalpine, the steelmaker from Austria, they put concrete challenges on the table, challenges we have now, not in 3 or 5 years, now in their daily business. And we asked European startups and other solution providers if they have solutions for these challenges. And we had then during the World Manufacturing Forum in Milan last year, we had then the final pitching. And finally, the 4 industry partners selected here this startups to work with. And we supported also the collaboration between them. For instance, if we take the example of voestalpine Chain Trace, they offered a solution for identifying really where the most CO2 output is generated. And this helped really voestalpine in their very complex process of steel making to identify those points where the most CO2 is generated and how they can take some action to reduce the CO2 output. And the ultimate goal of voestalpine is really to go for a carbon-free steel production. And so we help them here, and the other examples are similar. So this is our main activity where we draw together, where we will bring together, and also in the future with our booster bridge, building the bridge between existing industries and startups. Another example where we try to innovate also in education is our teaching and learning factories. And actually here we got inspired by the medical sector. You know, every university that teaches doctors in medicine, they have a university hospital that the students for medicine really are working in the real environment where they later will work as doctors. And we now cannot build a factory or a plant at each university, but with the modern technologies of virtual and augmented reality, we really can bring the classroom to the factory and the factory to the classroom. And this is the idea behind the teaching and learning factories. And also here, we ask our industry partners, the startups in our support, to come up with concrete challenges. And then we ask the universities to build groups of students and tackle these challenges. And this is really a win-win situation for both. For the industry to get new ideas from the students, from the professors, from the universities, to get access to the talents, and also for the universities that the students and professors working on concrete challenges the industry has today in their daily work. But let me focus a little bit on our overall picture on manufacturing. And due to our opinion, we have to rethink manufacturing. In the past decades or even centuries, manufacturing was driven by the triangle of cost, quality, and time. And we have to look at sustainability at the same level as we look at cost, quality, and time. And we have to take the topic of sustainability in all our methodologies, in all our technologies, at the same level as we take cost, quality, and time. So the decarbonization of industry, the reduce of energy consumption, the decrease of the recycling of raw materials, of prefabricated parts. We have to take over the whole life cycle, from the early design, over the engineering, the production, the usage, and till the end of the project. So we have to rethink what we manufacture, the products, that these products consume as less energy as possible, and that these products are really have a high degree of reuse of their raw materials and prefabricated parts. Take this example of batteries. We are building now in Europe a lot of new battery plants. All the materials that are needed, lithium, cobalt, graphite, manganese, you call it, they are not available in Europe. So recycling of these raw materials is a must. And this has to be taken in the product itself, that it is easy to dismantle, and also in the production process. So we have to rethink what we manufacture and how we manufacture. And we should look at, we are as a European organization support really the Green Deal of the European Commission, that in 2050 Europe will be a carbon-free continent. And we should look at that. not as a challenge, rather as an opportunity. There will be a market for green technologies. There will be a market for remanufacturing. And Europe has a unique opportunity to become the leader of this market and really leverage and selling green technologies around the world, that also in the future, the vision of EIT Manufacturing will become true, that Europe is the leading continent, not only in manufacturing innovations, but also in green and sustainable technologies in manufacturing. Our idea of the European manufacturing system is really to exploit the possibilities we have by digital tools, by digitalization. But digitalization in this context is not a purpose by itself, it's an enabler, it's a tool, moving from the loose, integrated environment we have currently in our factories and plants and overall in manufacturing to a more integrated, decoupling the information flow from the primary business relationships. This will be a big step forward in exploiting the digital technologies and really go for an end-to-end digitalization of our production lines and of our life cycles. So sustainability as a really a decision factor, put it in the middle. Then we have a lot of new upcoming, new emerging technologies. You have a lot of upcoming, new emerging manufacturing concepts and also emerging manufacturing value chains. Taking all this together with our big asset we have, biggest asset we have in Europe, and this is our high-skilled and experienced workforce. Putting all this together, the new manufacturing technologies like additive manufacturing, laser processing, composite fabrication, the new manufacturing concepts moving from the predetermined, rigid, fixed production lines towards self-organized, automated production units. Putting together the new manufacturing value networks, for instance, manufacturing as a service, manufacturing marketplaces, and taking into consideration our interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary, high-skilled workforce, integrating all these developments in a holistic, human-centric, and innovation-driven view. This is our idea of the European manufacturing system. You know, the Toyota production system was over decades a role model for manufacturing. And our hope is that also the European manufacturing system, with these ingredients here, building this all together, will be also become such a role model. But this is really a joint task of all of us, the industry association, the industry, the politics, on a European as well as at a national level, and of course also the universities, the research institutes, for all of us to really close the gaps and bring all these emerging technologies, emerging concepts, emerging manufacturing value networks together. This is a first step from a technical point of view. All starts with the data, with manufacturing data spaces. And I'm very happy that the European Union launched the Gaia-X initiative, and we are quite active there. We are in the Lighthouse project, Eurogigant, participating in the Lighthouse project for manufacturing within Gaia-X, in the Eurogigant project. But the manufacturing data spaces is not that much for me a technical problem. It's more a political problem. How to generate a trusted environment where each participant is willing to share the data, and where each participant, more important, gets a fair share of the value of the data, because these data have a value. And we have to build an environment in these manufacturing data spaces where each participant sees the benefit, will share the data, and will get the a fair share of the value of the data. And then the deployment of digital technologies, digital twin, artificial intelligence, putting all this together. then our factories and plants are really critical infrastructure. So cybersecurity is a very, very important topic. And finally, we have to broaden the scope, not only on the technical view. We have to look at manufacturing as a socio-technological domain, putting our people in the middle. We have to look at the technologies from the people point of view, that the technologies augment and support the capabilities of the people. We have to generate a working environment where human beings and technologies complement each other. And in that context, I'm very happy that we were nominated as EIT Manufacturing to coordinate and lead the Deep Tech Talent Initiative, which was launched by Maria Gabriel together as one of the 4 flagships of the new European Innovation Agenda in the beginning of July. So if you are a training provider, if you have trainings, please subscribe here on our pledge and become a pledger within the Deep Tech Talent Initiative. And if you have need for trainings for your people, for your employees, subscribe on the demand side as an enterprise and become a member and a pledge of this initiative. Our goal is to develop there really and establish a talent pool of experts for deep technologies and having really the education, the training provider, and also the people who need the training, who consume the training. According to the latest studies of the World Economic Forum and also from the World Manufacturing Foundation, 40% of the employees in manufacturing have to be upskilled and reskilled. So this is a huge task. And we hope with this initiative that we can contribute to this task. So for us as EIT Manufacturing, this will be our working program for the upcoming years. Identify and develop solutions for the missing links in bringing together the emerging technologies, the emerging manufacturing concepts, the emerging manufacturing value chains, and also develop the involvement of employees, training opportunities. There we will support this concept of the European manufacturing system over the upcoming years. And with that, I just want to invite you, if you want to know more, we have next week our EIT Manufacturing Summit. It's called, the title is Circular Manufacturing for a More Resilient European Economy. This is a hybrid event. You can participate physically in Brussels, or you can dial in online. And finally, I'm very happy that in a couple of weeks, I will be personally in Ljubljana and will participate in the Ljubljana Innovation Day. Thank you all. And if there are any questions, I see in the chat there are.
Yes, there is one very interesting question. It's a question about your perspective from outside to Slovenia. What are your observations about Slovenia and Slovenian manufacturing? Where do you see the biggest challenges?
What I see that there is really a lively ecosystem. Actually, we had yesterday an investment committee meeting, and we decided to invest in a Slovenian startup. And so this is my main observation, that there is a very lively, dynamic ecosystem, and we would be happy to play a more important role there, connect more to the local ecosystem. And yeah, I am looking forward really to be there in the beginning of December, on 12th and 13th of December, get more in touch with a local ecosystem and learn more about the manufacturing industry in Slovenia.
Great. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Betz, for your interesting presentation and also this answer to this question. Thanks also to participants for being with us today. Please join us in the next session at 9:30, actually in 5 minutes. There will be a fireside chat about digitalization in manufacturing industry. Thank you.
Thank you.
again,
Bye
and
bye.
see you. Goodbye.